Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Astrid Morfitt, and I'm the Associate Registrar, International Recruitment and Admission here at the University of Guelph. We are thrilled to have you join us for the Discover Business and Economics Programs webinar at U of G. There is a lot of information that we're going to cover today, but what I'm most excited about is the opportunity for you to connect and hear from our current students and our program expert. So please take advantage of the Q&A opportunity at the bottom of your screen, where you have the ability to put questions in that we will be answering. We will either type the answer back to you or answer it live, depending on if it would be applicable to more students that are joining us today. So we are going to cover a lot of information, some introductory information about the University of Guelph, our community, our program structure, the scholarships, work opportunities, co-op, and then, as I said, a lot of it will be about our student experience, about our community, and what you can expect when attending the University of Guelph, and how you can best take advantage of all of the different opportunities that we offer to our students. So a lot more information to come. What I would encourage you to do, again, is to utilize the Q&A opportunity at the bottom of your screen throughout the webinar. Also, please make sure that you remain in the webinar from start to finish to take advantage of the opportunity to receive an application fee waiver, which will allow you to apply to the University of Guelph for fall 2026. And we are here to answer any admission-related questions, scholarships, program-specific questions, and to provide you with contact information as to how you can reach us later on as well. So, time to get started. So in regards to the University of Guelph, we have over 30,000 undergraduate students at U of G. That makes us a mid-sized comprehensive university. Of the 30,000 or so students, 2,200 are international students from more than 140 different countries. So each year we are blessed to be able to welcome students from every corner of the world to ensure that they are taking full advantage of all the different opportunities on campus. We are the top 6 comprehensive university in Canada, and what that means is based on our size and the programs that we offer, you have the ability to have access to a mid-sized university that offers a lot of opportunities, but also that offers a smaller, close-knit community. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. We offer state-of-the-art facilities and are ranked #1 in Canada for research dollars. So maybe you're not interested in research per se, but the way this benefits you is through access to top-notch professors, research facilities, the ability to learn from those who have the opportunity to be able to be present at the university and who are funded through our government and through other means. So you get to benefit from learning from amazing faculty and to take advantage of the programming and the facilities through those research dollars that will impact your education and your journey at U of G. 92% of our students across the university are employed within 6 months of graduation, and the percentage is even higher for students graduating from our business school. So we're going to chat about that in a little bit as well. So when it comes to our campus, you can see it's a beautiful campus. We are, as I said, a mid-sized university. It takes about 10 minutes to walk from one end of the campus to another. Our residences really surround the university campus as well. So everything is in close proximity. We are like a little town within the city of Guelph. And what I love about that is that you will run into your friends, your classmates, professors, staff. You have the ability to really feel at home much quicker because we are a smaller campus, a close-knit community, but again, large enough to provide you with all of those amazing opportunities from a variety of different programs, services, clubs, associations, different ways to learn and grow. So these are just some of the pictures to highlight the hotspots on our campus. So lots of different ways that you can get involved either through watching sports, playing sports, going for long walks in our arboretum, which is over 400 acres of gorgeous space, which is absolutely beautiful throughout the entire year and throughout the 4 seasons that we have. We have a lot of different lounges and places for you to study. And one cool thing that we love about our library is that you have the ability to eat and drink in the library. So that way you don't have to leave while you're studying and making sure that you're preparing for all of those academic needs. So the city of Guelph, at the same time that we have the small community of the University of Guelph, we are surrounded literally by the city itself. So it's very accessible. You have the ability to walk off campus into the city. You can hop on a bus by using your student card, which will then allow you to travel throughout the city. You have access to a shopping center, a lot of different restaurants, banks, coffee shops, a lot of different and fun things that you can do throughout the year as well. So we are immersed in our U of G world, but also with very easy access to the city life as well. So when it comes to the city of Guelph, we want to make U of G your home away from home. The city of Guelph is one of Canada's top 10 places to live and one of top 3 safest cities in the country. So that's really important to allow you the opportunity to explore, to really take full advantage of our U of G community as well as the surrounding city, to go and get immersed in the culture and all of the fun and exciting things that are happening in the city as well. So some of the things that you can look forward to, the city of Guelph has about 153,000 people. And then remember, we have about 30,000 undergraduate students so that you can kind of put together those communities that I'm describing. The unemployment rate is amongst the lowest in Canada, and that is important to you because you will have the ability to work either part-time on or off campus while you're studying, as well as full-time if you're, let's say, in co-op or during any of the off time, so winter break, summer break, and so on. So having the opportunity to find employment opportunities is very important. We'll chat about that in a little bit. The city of Guelph is the perfect blend of nature and city. With modern and traditional architecture. So you can see a few of the pictures will give you a sense of what you can enjoy. A lot of students love to go shopping, going to the coffee shops, taking advantage of the nature that surrounds us. But also we have a lot of music and cultural festivals as well. So lots of great and fun things to do. And outdoor skating. So if you haven't done it before, we do have skating within the city, but then also on campus as well. So lots of exciting and different ways that you can get involved and even try and learn about new things as well. So there are things to do all year round, which is also fun. And as I said, we have 4 seasons here. So really the campus look and the feel of the campus and the city does change throughout your time at the university. And last but not least, as I mentioned, we are ranked as one of Canada's top 3 safest cities. And that is imperative to being able to ensure that you have the comfort to explore, to learn, take advantage of volunteer work opportunities, go shopping, have fun, and enjoy your time at U of G on and off campus. So at the University of Guelph, as I mentioned, as a mid-sized university, we provide you with a lot of opportunities. And some of those opportunities are in the means of our degree options. So we offer 16 different degrees. Today, you're going to hear about 2 of them, the Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Arts, as they apply to our business school. So what does that mean? A degree is basically generally a 4 or 5 year degree that you're going to complete, and you will focus on 1 or 2 very specific areas. So a large component of your degree will be made up of a major. So for example, management is a major or economics is a major. Then you have the ability to take a minor, which is a few courses in another area that may be completely different, or it could be in line with your interest in business. So in this case, you could be completing a Bachelor of Commerce degree with a major in management, and a minor in human resources. Sometimes students will do a minor, for example, in entrepreneurship or in a language or in psychology. So there are a lot of different ways for you to really build your own degree, to create something based on your interests, based on your career aspirations and plans for the future. And we also provide students with an opportunity to complete certificates, which would be on top of your degree. So all the amazing ways that you can differentiate yourself when you're applying for jobs, when you're interviewing for jobs, and showcasing your experience at U of G and what you bring to the table when it comes to your employability out in the real world. So co-op is a huge offering within the University of Guelph and also within our business school. This provides you with an opportunity to gain work experience in Canada while you're studying. So the way co-op works is, dependent on your program and major, you will complete anywhere between 3 and 5 work terms throughout a 5-year degree. So your 4-year honors degree actually ends up taking 5 years to complete, because you will either study full-time or work full-time. While you're studying full-time, you can work part-time on or off campus. And while you're doing your co-op work terms, you're working full-time and you're not studying. So we'll show you a sample of that. But just so you know, we have about 70 undergraduate programs with co-op options. Within our Bachelor of Commerce degree, outside of undeclared major, all of the other majors offer the opportunity for the 4-year honors or 5-year co-op program. And we encourage you to apply to co-op right from the beginning. So then that way, with your offer of admission, you can be offered admission to co-op. We also offer a couple of majors in our Bachelor of Arts degree that offer the co-op opportunity. So we'll chat about that as well. Over 5,000 students at U of G are currently in co-op, and just as of a few days ago, we became the 2nd largest co-op program in Ontario and the 5th largest co-op program in Canada. This is amazing. This showcases how many of our students are taking advantage of getting that hands-on work experience. These are paid work experiences, so we'll talk about what you can plan to earn, but also it gives you the opportunity to test out different companies, different opportunities. So some of our students will work for different companies each work term. Some of them might work for the same company, but in a different department, or even in the same department, but progressing and getting more and more sort of high-level opportunities. So that way, it really allows you to learn what you're interested in. You can test out the public sector, you can work for the government, you can work for the banks, healthcare, and so on. So a lot of different ways for you to say, okay, after graduation, I will have a much better sense of what I want to do with my degree and what type of jobs I want to apply for. Also, many of our students receive offers of employment before they even graduate. So what's amazing about that is not only are you testing out different companies and what they have to offer you, but they're also testing you out and finding out what type of an employee you are and if they would like to hire you on post-graduation. And last but not least, in regards to what you can plan to earn, we'll chat about that, but basically between $7,400 on average and $21,000 per month, up to, that would be per work term, I should say, up to $80,000 throughout your degree. So what that means is that this is not only hands-on work experience, it is also giving you the opportunity to earn money and to offset the cost of your education and set yourself up for success as well. So these are just a very small sample of the companies where our students are working. They have the opportunity, you will be assigned a co-op coordinator that will assist you with the journey. You will also be required to enroll in Co-op 1100, which is a course where you will learn how to search for jobs, apply for jobs, create a cover letter and a resume, build out your LinkedIn profile, and so on. So we will be here every step of the way to support you throughout this journey. And as I said, there are also opportunities for you to work part-time on or off campus in order to be able to gain additional work experience. So pertaining to what a co-op sequence looks like, this is in particular for the Bachelor of Commerce in Marketing Management. You can see it's 5 years total. Your first year will be full academic year, and then you would have the summer off. Then your second year would be a full academic year with the summer work term. You could either do a 4-month work term in the summer and a different 4-month work term the following fall, or an 8-month work term at the same place. You would come back for a single winter semester and then work and so on. So when you're doing the academic term, you're studying full-time, could be working part-time. And then when you are off, you're off. You have the ability to work full-time, travel, take some courses if you wish. And then the work terms are work full-time, which is about 35 to 40 hours per week, and give you that experience, but also the requirement in order to graduate with a co-op designation. So as to what you can plan to earn, you can see within the Bachelor of Commerce, students within their first or second co-op work term will earn between $7,400 and $8,400 per work term, okay? And then as a senior co-op student, once you're in your third, fourth, fifth work term, on average, our students have earned between $7,500 and $10,500 per work term. And again, you generally will do 3 to 5 work terms within a degree. So then that way it will give you a sense of timing these figures by 3, 4, or 5. So a lot of opportunities, again, that are part of your journey at the University of Guelph. So in regards to funding your education, we do definitely want to support our students. So when it comes to our scholarships, we have the President's International Entrance Scholarship, which is based on your admission average. Dependent on what your admission average is, we would assign you a value, and basically that's a 1-year scholarship. In addition to that scholarship, we have the International Tuition Scholarship, which is $2,000. And that is a one-time only. The University International Scholarship, which is renewable at $5,000 in your first year, second, third, and fourth year, as long as you meet the renewability criteria, which is remaining an international fee-paying student and having an 80% average. Then we have the Dean's International Scholarship, which is $2,500 per year in years 1, 2, 3, and 4, with the same renewability criteria, and the Dr. Franco J. Vaccarino President's Scholarship. Now, all of the other scholarships are automatic. You apply to the University of Guelph, we'll automatically let you know if you're admissible to the university and if you're eligible for any scholarships. The Dr. Franco J. Vaccarino President's Scholarship is unique, where it requires an additional application specific to that scholarship, because the total value over 4 years is $42,500, plus it provides you with a summer assistantship program. So all of these scholarships are stackable, which means they're on top of each other. So you wouldn't just receive one and not the others, which is an amazing opportunity as well. If you're not applying from high school and you might be in post-secondary at a college or a university, we have a one-time international transfer scholarship of $10,000. So again, we are going to look at your application, see if you're admissible, and then see which scholarships you are eligible for, and those will be included in your offer letter. In regards to supporting your journey, there are so many of us on campus that are very much involved in your journey, from the point of view exploring the university to applying to the university, being admitted, and next steps. So I'm going to highlight a couple of the different services, but I want you to know that we're here every step of the way, that we have our staff and our students who will be supporting you throughout the journey. We provide opportunities for you to attend webinars, to have one-on-one meetings with us. Of course, contact us by phone and email, and meet us in person once you are on campus. So we're not only here during the early stages, we're here with you throughout your time at U of G and upon graduation as well. So the Global Pre-Arrival Support Team is one of the key crucial teams. We will put you in touch with them at the point of an offer of admission. So once you're admitted to the University of Guelph, we will introduce you to our GPS team, as we call them. So C and Madhu are here to not only assist you with study permit applications, preparing all of the documentation and submission, but also to ensure that you pack the appropriate things, you bring the appropriate documentation with you, that you arrive on campus safely, and also to hand over to our international student advisors who will be here throughout your years at U of G and upon graduation. So any employment questions, immigration questions, family questions, housing questions, you will have that support throughout your journey, and we'll be able to answer those questions or put you in touch with those who can assist. So when it comes to our international students, if you're applying from outside of Canada and you are an international fee-paying student, so you will be on a study permit, you will be guaranteed residence for the duration of your undergraduate degree, plus your first year of a master's degree, if you choose to go into a graduate program. If you're a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident and applying from outside of Canada, you will be guaranteed housing in your first year. You can apply to remain in housing in your upper years, but it's not guaranteed at that point. What that means is that we're going to provide you with opportunities to live within our community. So on-campus housing will give you an opportunity to take advantage of academic programming and housing, to meet like-minded students. You could live on a particular floor with the cluster that's based on your program. The fact that you are an international student and have international interests. It could be that you have the opportunity to meet students who have similar interests. So then that way it's easier to make friends, to get integrated into the community and so on. But we do also offer the opportunity for you to live off campus. And many of our students choose to live off campus, either first year or in upper years. In order to have the guaranteed housing, you will need to apply by the deadline, which is June 1st, 2026. Part of that is paying the $750 deposit for housing. And of course, you would need to accept your offer of admission before that. So lots and lots of opportunities for you to get integrated and to learn while living on campus. When it comes to living on campus, all of our residences will require you to have a meal plan except for one, which are the townhouses, which have a full kitchen. So if you live there, you get to choose if you would like a meal plan or not, but all of the other residences have a mandatory meal plan. And what that means is that your student card will have money on it, and you get to go and swipe it, and basically the money will come off of that account. What's amazing is that we have a lot of different opportunities for you to eat on campus, a lot of different food. We also have the ability to accommodate any of your dietary needs, restrictions, and so on. But one big thing about us is that for 10 years now, we've been ranked 1 for campus food. So we do food really, really well. And what that means is you're not going to go hungry. What that also means is that not only do we make great food, grow great food, but we also have a lot of different programs that have involvement in food. So from a business perspective, a scientific perspective, agricultural perspective. So food is just our thing. And you will definitely get to indulge and enjoy it as well. So in regards to your next steps, I know that I mentioned that you need to make sure that you remain in the webinar throughout the webinar in order to take advantage of the application fee waiver that will allow you to submit your documents and apply. Also, we are going to provide you with opportunities to ask questions and engage not only with the staff, but also our current students who are on our panel. And then opportunity to reach out to us after the webinar, of course, with any questions. So you're attending the webinar today. You will need to complete the pre-admission form, which will be sent to you at the end of the webinar. Then once we review everything, you will have the ability to connect with us, submit your documents, and we will let you know about your eligibility for admission as well as for any scholarships. So now it's time to join our next session, which is Discover Business and Economics at U of G. And I am super excited to introduce you to my colleague Hannah Christensen, who will be taking over and also introducing you to all the amazing things that the Lang School of Business Economics has to offer our students, and to introduce you to our current students who will be speaking to you about their experience at U of G. So Hannah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Astrid. Thank you everyone for joining us. So my name is Hannah. I work within the Dean's Office at the Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics. I'm here to talk to you guys today about the program and just the different things that we have to offer for you, including student life. To touch on that a little bit, as Astrid said, we have a panel of some current students here who are going to help answer some of your questions. But before we get started, I just want to introduce you to them all. So my panelists, if you could just introduce yourself, tell us about your program and where home is for you. So let's start with Alina.
Hi, my name is Alina. I'm in my final year of Government Economics and Management, and I'm a Pakistani student, but home to me is the UAE.
Amazing. Thank you. Samira.
Hey, hi guys. My name is Samira and I'm an international student from Bangladesh and I'm currently in my second year majoring in accounting.
Amazing. Misha.
Hi everyone, my name is Misha. I am in my third year of accounting. I am also doing a minor in human resources. So I'm originally from India, but I was raised in Saudi Arabia.
Amazing. Thank you. And Suha.
Hi guys, my name is Soha. I am in my second year of hospitality and tourism management, and I'm originally Pakistani, but home to me is Saudi Arabia.
Wonderful. Thank you. Aisha, do we want to give that a try again?
Is this any better?
Amazing. Yeah, we can hear you.
Amazing. All right. Thank you so much for the wait on that. My name is Isha. I am a fifth year in the management program, and I'm originally from the island of Mauritius.
Amazing. Well, thank you. All right. So we're going to get started into an overview of the school here, the Business and Economics School at Lang. So Lang, we're proud to be AACSB accredited. This is a distinction that's held by only the top 6% of business schools worldwide. This accreditation reflects our commitment to excellence in teaching, research, and student outcomes. So at Lang, we have the Future You approach. This is a promise that your time at Lang will prepare you not just for your first job, but for a meaningful and impactful career. So this means it's a future-focused expertise from top faculty. You've got career launch support through co-op and advising, and global leadership opportunities that can help you stand out. We have a quick video here so you can hear from another one of our students here at Lang.
Studying ethical business in Canada has reshaped my career. To sustain the world's resources, innovative business leaders are necessary. At the Lang School of Business, I am gaining the expertise and credentials to make a lasting impact. While providing a safe community to live, study, and work, the Lang School of Business has fueled my passion of improving life through business and technology. And it all starts at Lang.
Thank you. All right. So our Bachelor of Commerce program is typically a 4-year honors degree, but if you choose to do co-op, then it becomes a 5-year degree. With this program, you will have access to 9 majors and 10 minors offered at Lang. But as Astrid mentioned, there's actually, I think she said about 60 plus minors that you can declare across the university if you choose to do a minor outside of the business realm. You have the ability to apply to co-op directly from your application before you even come here to Lang. These programs are applied collaborative learning opportunities. Each major is designed to give you specialized knowledge while building a strong foundation in business fundamentals. All right, so let's jump into some of the programs or majors that we have here. So we've got a couple of majors here that you would see at most schools like accounting, economics, management, and marketing. But one of the cool things here at Lang is that we have some really specific programs that aren't offered at a lot of different universities. These include the real estate program. So with this one, you'll be able to develop a strong foundation of core business skills, including finance, marketing, and economics, while obtaining specialized education in real estate. We have the sport and event management program. So for this program, you'll dive into key aspects of sport industry, including sponsorship, media, event hosting, and organizational leadership. We also have the food and agricultural business program. So this is fully accredited by the Agricultural Institute of Canada, and you'll be able to explore a wide variety of areas from finance to production to organizational behavior. We also have the Government Economics and Management program. This is a popular one as it combines politics, law, and business and helps explore the unique intersection of public sector with business and economics. We also have the Hospitality and Tourism Management program. This prepares you for a career in hospitality, tourism, food, and management, and this major even includes a 12-month co-op program. So if you're unsure of what major you want to go in right as you start here at Guelph, you are able to do undeclared and you choose your major in your first semester. However, if you're interested in co-op, then we don't recommend you do this program as you can't apply to co-op in your initial application with undeclared. You can only do that with a specific major. So I want to open up to one of our panelists here. So Alina, what made you choose your major and how has it shaped your experience at Lang so far?
Well, my major is government economics and management, and one thing that drew me to it was the way it connects politics and economics so seamlessly. This major is like a combination of like political science and like economics. So you think that, oh, there's gonna be like some parts they don't really like add up. I mean, it feels very like you think it's a jagged education, but it all flows together so seamlessly. And I think it really just makes you understand not just Canada, but like the world better. And when you're coming to Canada, having some knowledge of politics, it really like makes you understand how like it can make you improve your life here. It can improve your connections here. It makes you understand the world better and how you've come here.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. All right, so if you choose to study at the University of Guelph, here's an example of what the first year would look like in any given major. Well, sorry, this one's for the accounting major. So as you can see, you'll take a couple of foundational courses in economics and math and business, along some electives that you can explore in your own interests. So most courses in your first year across the board in whatever program you are very are kind of the same across the board between all BCom majors. However, you get to dive a little bit deeper into your area of emphasis a little bit in your later years. So most first years, whether you're in accounting or not, will take introduction to microeconomics, macroeconomics, introductory to marketing, individuals and groups and organization. It's a really great way to access all areas of the business program. Outside of the Bachelor's of Commerce program, we do have the opportunity to study economics through the Bachelor of Arts program. So there's two key programs here that may be of interest, which is the Bachelor of Arts Economics or the Bachelor of Arts Quantitative Economics. So the Bachelor of Arts in Economics provides a broad foundation in economic theory, policy, and applied analysis. It's ideal for students interested in understanding how economies function and how decisions are made at both the individual and societal levels. This program is flexible and allows students to explore complementary disciplines such as political science, history, and international development. Versus the Bachelor of Arts in Quantitative Economics. This program is designed for students who want a deeper focus on data analysis, mathematical modeling, and statistical techniques. It's a great fit for those considering a career in economic research, analytics, and this program emphasizes technical skills and prepares students to work with real-world data to solve complex economics problems. So both programs offer opportunities for research, experiential learning, and co-op, which helps students build the skills and experience needed to succeed in a wide range of industries. So at Lang, we're proud to offer industry-focused specialized majors that prepare you for the real world. Our programs emphasize analytics, sustainability, and leadership. These are the three pillars that are increasingly in demand across global industries and employers. So at your time here at Lang, you'll learn in a supportive, team-based environment where collaboration is key and your voice really matters. Our faculty bring both academic excellence and industry experience into the classroom, helping you connect theory with practice. Lang students also have the opportunity to put their skills to the test through case competitions where they tackle real business challenges and present solutions to industry professionals. There's a really great opportunity for this in your first year. It's called the Great Ethical Dilemma. This is a competition where all first-year students participate as part of the Management 1000 course. You're given a company at the start of your semester, and you work with your group, typically in groups of 4 to 5, to analyze this company, assess all of their weaknesses, their strengths, where at the end of the semester, you're given 36 hours to solve a real ethical dilemma facing this company. And then after you've worked with your team in those 36 hours to do a case resolution, you actually present your solution to a panel of real industry judges from these companies. So that's a really great opportunity to jump in feet first into this into the business world. So I'm going to jump here to Misha. Can you share a moment when you felt that these skills of collaboration, sustainability, and leadership really came together, maybe at your time here at Lang, maybe in a class project or one of co-op terms or a case competition?
Yeah, so honestly speaking, now that it's my third year, I feel like everything that I've been a part of, whether it's like clubs or it's my co-op interviews, case competitions, I've seen the confidence that I have gained over time. And I think especially like during my very first co-op, it was so nerve-wracking. But when it came to my second, like interviews for my second co-op, I had already gained so much experience. I had so much to talk about. I especially want to touch on the GED, Great Ethical Dilemma. I absolutely love doing that in my first year. I feel like working in a group, in your first year, you meet so many people, and that specific 36 hours that you get, that time crunch that you have to work in, you come up with so many ideas, and then the nerves when you're presenting to these big companies in your first year. I personally think it was such a great opportunity to be put into. And yeah, over time, like I've been part of different clubs. Like I'm part of Lang engagement team. I get to communicate to to high schools and communicate like workshops with them. So over time, I especially feel like my communication skills have really helped me, and I've consistently noticed that in my interviews, case competitions. So yeah, I feel like every step, there's growth. And what I love about Lang, and I think Guelph in general, is the number of opportunities. There's never enough. Like they just keep coming, and I absolutely love that. So yeah, I think there's been a bunch of experiences and times that I feel like my skills have really helped me.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. As much as these opportunities are great educational experiences and work experience, they're also fabulous opportunities to connect with your peers and the students that you're studying with, especially when you're all coming from different places, maybe not only across Ontario, across Canada, across the world. It's a fabulous way to stay connected. Another really great opportunity is that our students have the access to co-op, and some of our Lang students have completed multiple work terms at some of their top companies in Canada, like PepsiCo, the Royal Bank of Canada, Deloitte, and KPMG. So with these experiences that they're learning in the classroom, they're able to get jobs at top Canadian companies. So with that, I want to share a success story of one of our former students here at Lang. So Toygar is a Lang graduate from Istanbul, Turkey. He came to Guelph with a dream to work for Porsche, and he enrolled in our marketing management co-op program through a combination of co-op placements, part-time work, scholarships, and really smart financial planning. He earned over $120,000 during his time as a student. Now, that is an outlier, but it is absolutely still achievable if you work hard, you have the dedication, and you set your goals and work to achieve them. So Toygar's journey included a placement at the John F. Wood Center for Business and Student Enterprise. We'll get to that a little bit later, but it's a really great opportunity on campus here to help any entrepreneurs who want to start their own business. He also worked for a major food distributor, and these experiences gave him real-world skills, confidence, and strong professional network. So after graduating in 2020, Torgar was actually hired full-time by Porsche in digital sales and marketing, which was a dream come true from him. Astrid actually spoke a little bit earlier because she had worked with this student, and this was something that he had set his mind to before he even came to Lang. This was something he'd wanted to do even as a child, and he set his mind to it. He came to Lang, got the experience he needed, and was able to actually achieve that goal. He has said that he credits a lot of his success to supportive faculty here at Lang, who mentored him and helped him navigate both the academic and career challenges. So it's really important to know that you do have such a strong foundation and support team here at Lang. So I'm just going to open this up actually to Suha. Can you share a moment when a professor or advisor made a meaningful impact on your academic journey here at Lang?
Yeah, one moment that really stands out to me is that during my first year, I was feeling very uncertain about whether or not I had chosen the right program, especially since hospitality and tourism is such a niche program. So I spoke to one of my professors who not only reassured me, but also took the time to connect what we were learning in class to real-world opportunities in HTM. She even helped me find opportunities in the Gulf and connected me with one of the managers at the Delta Hotel in Dubai, just in case I visit my grandparents there over the summer. That conversation completely changed how I approach my studies as I started seeing the purpose behind my work, and it motivated me to get more involved on campus, like joining student organizations and events related to my field. It reminded me how impactful it is when professors take the time to see students as individuals and encourage them personally.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And I think all students can share a similar story to a staff or faculty member who has been able to impact them just beyond the classroom and really connect with them and help them achieve their goals. So that's something that I find is really prevalent here at the University of Guelph and at Lang, is that we just have such a family of support here. Right. So one of the main focuses when you're studying here is to get a job, whether you are working part-time while you're a student, if you're working a co-op placement, or even if you're just thinking ahead to post-grad life. One of the really fabulous opportunities that we have here at the Lang School of Business is our own dedicated career center. So this is a career center that is for business students only. Mind you, if you're in a Bachelor of Arts program economics, you can also access this resource. So the Business Career Development Center, often referred to as BCDC if I slip into that instead, it is a team of 5 career advisors. They are there to meet with you and do one-on-one appointments. They can talk to you about reviewing your resume, reviewing your LinkedIn, doing a mock interview prep before your interview, or even just a general career conversation of, this is my major, or this is something I'm interested, but I don't know what this looks like after graduation. How do I get there? What are the next steps? There's also really great networking opportunities through the Business Career Development Center. They often hold workshops with industry professionals, whether that's a panelist interview, a networking event. They often host information sessions where that's a one-on-one sit down with, sorry, not one-on-one, but they'll have a group of employers come from a certain company and they come and chat to students to talk about the life at that company and how to get involved. There's also something called the Competition and Conference Funding Team. So that is run through the Business Career Development Center. So if you want to further your educational experience and gain experience to put on your resume, you're able to compete in competitions, case competitions, and conferences. Sometimes these do come at a cost, and it can be difficult for students to access these resources. So with that, the Business Career Development Center supports students by having a committee that can review applications and actually provide funding for students to attend these programs. One of the really cool things, whether you're in co-op or you're not, there is a career preparation course. So through co-op, it's called Co-op 1100. And then if you're not in co-op, it's Management 1100. It just kind of depends what stream you're in, but both offer ways to help you prepare for your career journey. So they will go over your resume, sorry, how to prepare for job interviews, how to do your job search as a class that you will take generally in your second year. However, if you want to go further into that and get one-on-one help after that, that's when you can book an appointment with a career advisor. I'm so sorry. One of the really cool things that the Business Career Development Center runs are the Lang Commerce Job Expos. So these happen twice. They happen in the fall and also in the winter semester. That's when the Business Career Development Center brings about 40 employers to campus across different industries. So that could be companies. I know in the past they've had the Toronto Blue Jays there. They have had PepsiCo. They've had KPMG. There's even an accounting specific fair that also happens in the fall where it's just accounting employers, and they bring in about 20. This is generally a 3-hour event where you can network, chat with employers, ask your questions, make connections. It's a really great opportunity. And Astrid had mentioned earlier that about 92% of Guelph grads are employed within the first 2 years of graduation, which is a fabulous number. But I will say that it's actually 96% of Lang graduates that are employed within the first 2 years of graduation. So that number is a little bit higher for BCom students, and that's really exciting for us. So I just wanted to open it back up to our panelists of students again. So Aisha, do you mind telling me in one way that the BCDCs, the Business Career Development Center, has supported your career development or helped you land a co-op or job opportunity?
Yes, 100%. So leading up to my job search before my third term, I booked an appointment with one of the advisors at the BCDC to practice interviews essentially and how to kind of walk through those. And the amazing advisor that I was connected with, who's an alumni actually, she took a whole 45 minutes of walking with me through the art of sharing your story. And there's a great difference between knowing how to just talk about your skills and experience that you have and sharing that as part of the story. And I practiced that really, really hard with her. I ended up using those exact same skills, interviewing skills, when I was interviewing for my third term company. And later on, when I received a job offer from them, it also was accompanied with a specific email that was directed to me, telling me essentially why they wanted me to be a part of their team. And they specifically added in all of the stories that I mentioned during my interview, and they brought back all of these fun facts that I talked about, and it really showed me the importance of learning how to market yourself, but also just be a great communicator, specifically in interviews. And I honestly just give all the credit back to the advisor that I connected with, and that was just a great experience.
That's really wonderful. It's a great story, and I'm glad you had such success with your job search and that the Business Career Development Center was able to help you. It's a really wonderful resource that we have here on campus. Another really great resource that we have is the John F. Wood Center for Business and Student Enterprise. So that's something that I had mentioned a little bit earlier, but we'll touch on it again. So the Wood Center is the short form that we kind of refer to it as, is a hub for innovation in student enterprise. So it's where if you have a business idea, you're able to kind of bring that to life. They have a lot of different tools and programs that you're able to access. So whether you're just going into the makerspace, you can use, they have sewing machines, 3D printers, Cricut machines, laser engravers, a lot of really fun stuff. But they also have the hub program, which takes you basically through start to finish of creating a business. So it's a bit like a course where you're able to meet with a cohort of students a couple times throughout your semester. It's not actually a class or credit, it's an extracurricular that you do on your own time, but they really walk you through all of the steps between conception and trying to create the idea for your business, to creating an actual business plan, figuring out how to fund your business, how to gain revenue, and connect you with industry people like suppliers and things that you'll need to get your business up and running. So they've actually had over 150 startups that have been launched from the Wood Center. And so that's really, really amazing. They also offer a lot of workshops and mentorship opportunities from experienced entrepreneurs. I know I attended one of the ones they had last year, even though I'm a staff member, just because it's always really great information. And it was really eye-opening to hear from someone who had started their own business, but then was now one of the, it was a makeup business, an Indigenous makeup brand. And she is now in Sephora, Canada, which she started this business in her basement. And now she didn't come from the Wood Center, but this is just one of the experienced industry professionals that they bring in to really tell their story and make a lot of impact. The other cool thing about the Makerspace and the Wood Center is that it connects you with a lot of students. So like-minded students who are also entrepreneurs and trying to create their own business, which is just a really great way to connect with students, to connect on campus, to create your own hands-on learning experience and education, and even maybe start your own business. Really, really cool. All right. So there's a lot of ways to become a great leader while you're here at Lang. So at Lang, we believe that leadership isn't confined to the classroom. It's often cultivated through global experiences, community engagement, and sustainable focused learning, which is a really big area of emphasis that we try to instill in our students here at the University of Guelph and at Lang. So Lang students have access to study abroad programs at partner institutions around the world. So there's lots of opportunities if you're interested in studying at Lang, but then taking a semester to study abroad to fully dive into your studies and maybe enrich them and travel a little bit. So that's really, really cool. There's over 100 student groups, including clubs tied to each major. So whether you just want to, if you're an accounting student and you want to join the accounting major or sorry, the accounting club, you can absolutely do that. But there's also lots of other clubs that aren't tied specifically to a major, like the Guelph Women in Leadership Club. There is the Guelph Student Investment Council, and there's also lots of ways to compete. There's the Lang Case team that travels internationally to compete at different case competitions across Canada and at an international level against other post-secondary institutions. I know our case team is actually traveling next week to a competition in Jasper, Alberta, which is a really beautiful place and a really cool competition. That's AIBC, which is the Alberta International Business Competition. We've had a lot of really cool opportunities for our students, whether they're pursuing these case competitions on their own or they're doing them as part of a class. So one of the most recent ones is that we had the MLSC case competition with the NHL, the National Hockey League, and we've had groups of students from courses that have placed actually, I believe, in the top 3, if not first place, which was very, very exciting. With these student programs, you're able to participate in clubs that promote entrepreneurship, consulting, and social impact. And not only, like I've said time and time again in this presentation, does it enrich your academic experience and put really great work experience on your resume, it's a fabulous way to connect with other like-minded students. And I think our panelists of students here can also attest that it's just a great way to make lifelong friendships, which is really awesome. So I'm going to open it up to Samira here. What's one student life experience, whether it was joining a club or attending an event that made you feel connected and engaged at Lang?
Okay, so for me personally, like joining clubs, they have played a huge role in my journey as an international student. So I believe like since we come from a whole different country, we always have the fear of unknown that we don't know enough people, right? But if you like start joining clubs, you start like getting to know so many people in your program and people with like the same mindset as yours. For me, I personally got involved in a lot of clubs in my first year and I'm still part of them. And being a part of ABL, which is an affiliated student organization, I got to know so many people on campus that like now that I go to the Lang building, I know literally majority of them because most of them I already met in my club or like other events that I attended. At the same time, also being an international student, you don't have Canadian experience when you're applying for jobs and all. But being in clubs and having those roles makes your resume look really good and they can help you get a job. So yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, that's fabulous. The way that our clubs work, also, I should mention that these aren't the only clubs. These are the ones that are under Lang, and they're fabulous opportunities to stay connected to business students, but there's also so many clubs across campus that you can participate in to make friends outside of Lang, and also they're really cool opportunities. I'm trying to think of some of the cool clubs that I've heard of, but sometimes there's just like it's a book club, basically. They read different stories, or there's a movie critics club, things like that. But back to what Samira had said about experience on your resume, the way that the clubs here at Lang work is that you actually apply to it, a position that's open. They post a position. And you apply as if you're applying to a job, basically. You actually interview for the position. And then if you get it, then you are actually fulfilling that role in the team. So for example, they have a director of corporate relationships, a director of marketing, a director of events. So they hold active duties within the club that help it run. And a lot of these clubs have an actual corporate structure to them that keep them running. And that's why they're really great opportunities to put on your resume, because it's pretty much as close to corporate experience that you can get without actually working in the corporate world while your time here at Lang. So it's a really great way to add experience to your resume if you haven't had any work experience on it so far. So this is coming near to the end of my presentation, but I just kind of wanted to summarize and recap all of the wonderful opportunities that are here for you at the Lang School of Business and Economics. It is a truly, really welcoming community of not only faculty and staff who are here to support you through your journey, but also like-minded students who are super engaged, really collaborative, and here to work together and achieve a common goal. There's so many ways to engage with the community, whether that's through workshops, whether that's through webinars, extracurriculars, clubs, or even just your academic experiences. I'm also very biased. It's an absolutely beautiful campus and a really nice place to study. I think we're going to open it up to the floor for some questions now, if anyone had questions in the chat. But yeah, we're here to answer any questions you have, and I hope we've provided a really great picture of what life at Lang looks like.
And we have one question. Does Guelph
Yeah.
engage with sustainability initiatives? So I have included information about the Institute for Sustainable Commerce at Guelph, as well as information about the minor in sustainable business, but anything else you might want to add?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, that there are some case competitions that you are able to participate in at other universities or internationally online. There are a few that we actually, case competitions and conferences that we hold on campus. And so one of them is the Lang Sustainability Conference. This happens each March, and it's actually run in the form of a club, the way that the conference is created and executed. So there's a team of students who are on the Lang Sustainability Conference team, and they work year round to plan this conference, create it, and open it up to students internationally. It's about, I think it takes place over a full weekend. So there are conference panelists from industry professionals, there are faculty who speak to the sustainability here at Lang and across the world. And it's a really great way for students to dive deeper into sustainable topics and discuss it amongst their peers, amongst professionals, amongst faculty. As well, there's a gala that takes place. It's one of our top growing conferences, and we're getting recognized for it internationally now. I believe we had a group of students who came all the way from London, England last year to attend. And it's hosted here on campus, so that's a really great opportunity for Lang students. You don't have to go very far, but it is hosted in the Delta Hotel here. It's a really fun opportunity, a really great way to dive deeper into those topics. And yeah, it's something that will continue to happen. It's an annual event. And also, if it's not only something that you're interested in attending to dive deeper in, you can actually join that Lang Sustainability Conference team and help plan it and really get behind the scenes and put your mark on it, which is really, really cool because it's all student run.
Thank you, Hannah. And sometimes we receive questions from students who might not be sure exactly what major they're interested in. So knowing that the undeclared option doesn't allow direct entry to co-op, what is the flexibility and sort of the similarity versus differences amongst the different majors? And how can students navigate sort of that discovery once they're at U of G?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, the first year program actually does offer, first year courses that you take in first and second semester, they are pretty similar across each program. So they let you kind of pick and choose, not pick and choose, but you get to experience different aspects. So maybe you go in undeclared, maybe you go in as accounting, but you take one of the marketing courses, you take one of the economics courses, and you decide that that's what you really are passionate about and would like to switch your major there. Or if you're undeclared, declare that as your major. We've got a really, really wonderful team of academic advisors here who are able to help you with that. So like the Business Career Development Center, with the academic advisors, you're able to book one-on-one appointments with them and discuss if you know what you want to talk about, go in right away, declare a minor, declare a major, and they can help you answer any questions about courses. But also if you're unsure, to help you understand what these programs look like, to understand what the type of courses you may take in these programs are, to help you with that. So if you join a program, say, I'll give accounting as example because you can't come in undeclared with co-op. Say you come in with accounting co-op, and co-op's a really important piece to you, but you realize that accounting is no longer what you would like to do and you'd like to switch majors. There is an opportunity to enter co-op at the end of your first year. So that's the only opportunity you can apply for co-op if you didn't do it right in your application. So that's a way that if you want to switch majors, say you came in accounting co-op and you'd like to switch to marketing and co-op, you can do that. You can apply at the end of your first year. Now, again, like I said, if co-op is something that's really important to you, I would suggest not doing undeclared and coming in with a co-op attached to a program right from the get-go, because the acceptance rate at the end of the first year just depends on how many students potentially dropped out of co-op that first year. So it's not a set number. It's not that they hold back 30 spots every year. It fluctuates depending on admissions numbers. So it's not always guaranteed that you can get it at the end of your first year, but that is just the only opportunity. But yeah, if you have any of these types of questions, the academic advisors can help you. It's not the end of the world if you change your mind. I changed my mind. I did not continue under the program that I started with when I was a student here at Lang. So, and I'm sure many others have. There's lots of support to help you with that.
Are we able to maybe get some feedback from our current students about any part-time or full-time employment opportunities, types of work you've done or companies you have been working for? And there is a question also that says, what exactly is co-op?
Yeah.
So I know we chatted about that earlier on in the presentation, but maybe just kind of doing a full circle of what is co-op, what does it mean? If any of you have done any co-op work terms, what they were, where they were, and what your experience has been.
Yeah, it's a great question. Any of our panelists here who are co-op students, do you want to touch on your story a little bit?
Yeah, I could go. Your co-op usually takes place in your second year, second semester. So it's 4 months where you're not in school, like you're not enrolled in school, you're working full time. It's like a 9 to 5. I did my very first co-op with the Ministry of Health. I was a financial officer for them because I'm in accounting. It was a great experience. I think it was really different from what an academic school year looks like and what actually working a 9 to 5 looks like. Getting in that routine, working with I was working for 2 teams, so I had 2 managers. I feel like that was like a new environment, a new setting for me, but I learned so much from it. My next co-op now is again January to April, so 2 4-month terms, and then I have another 8-month co-op. So yeah, I had a really good experience. I actually used Experience Guelph, which is a website that Guelph actually has, and they put all their job postings on there. So I got my very first co-op through that, and honestly, it was a great resource because my co-op advisor was also in touch with me, so. For my second co-op, I actually got my job externally, but he really helped me go about my application and stuff, which was awesome. So yeah, that was my personal experience. Even with part-time jobs, honestly, I think Guelph in general, like the university, they have so many resources that I've taken use of. I've also worked part-time at the university for like fundraising and donations. That was super fun. Off campus too, I feel like Guelph really helps you like look for jobs. So that's great. I've had really good experience with finding jobs.
great. Thank you. Do any of our other panelists have any co-op experiences that they want to share?
I can go.
Yeah.
So as part of the management program, we have 4 co-op semesters. 2 are 4 months, and then the final 2 semesters are going to be right after the other, so it's full 8 months. I worked at the University of Guelph for 2 of my terms as a data analyst, which was more of that public sector, and then later on into my 8 months term, I worked for a digital forensics company in Waterloo, the city nearby. And that was that private insight, like the private industry insight. Um, and what I do always stress when I talk to prospective students is that the ability to find co-op is definitely, I think, really great in Lang specifically, because you are surrounded by all of these resources to ensure that you find something that fits your profile, that fits the type of culture that you're wanting to integrate as well. But overall, it also does give you so much insight into what do you want to look for when you're graduating, right? Maybe you find your love in one company when you were doing co-op, and you want to join them back later. And I hear so many stories of people doing that. But also, one of the big and most useful thing about co-op is you get to see what you like and you don't like. I was fortunate enough that I really liked the both of the different pieces that came into the work that I did in data analytics and marketing, which is very far away from management. But I wanted to try it out, and it's definitely that space to be explorative and to try things that you possibly wouldn't if you were going to like as an actual full-time worker after graduation. So that's my little piece about that.
That's great. Thank you. I think it's really great when you're able to find something that you do like and that helps you understand the career path or area of emphasis that you want to continue down. But I also think it's not the end of the world if you find something you don't like. Sometimes learning what you don't like is just as important as learning what you do like. So it helps you to kind of narrow down your search or your opportunities in the future. But all in all, co-op is a really, really great opportunity to experience kind of the job market and figure out what you're interested in. But co-op, it's not the end of the world also if you don't get co-op. There's a lot of students who I find have come to the Business Career Development Center and are kind of a little panicked because they didn't get co-op and they feel like they're going to not be able to get work experience while they're here at Lang. And that's not at all the case. You've got co-op is just designated terms of when you can work. And you do have those co-op advisors to kind of check in with you and make sure you're on track to submitting your applications and your resumes. But if you don't have co-op, it's really okay. It just means you just might need to be a little more regimented in your scheduling of when you're applying and making sure that you are reaching deadlines for applications. But there's a great team at the Business Career Development Center who can still help you find roles and figure out what is best for you. And you can just do these opportunities in your off summers if you're not on a co-op schedule. Or part-time while you're studying at Lang. Does that answer the question about co-op, or can we go into it a little bit more for anyone?
I think that's great. Thank you very much, everyone. It was an absolute pleasure hosting all of you, answering your questions. So thank you so much for being engaging and asking some amazing questions. We have been posting links in the chat as well. So do take the opportunity to copy and paste those so that you can reference back to them. And again, we are here for you to support you throughout your journey. So please do reach out with any questions, schedule one-on-ones, take advantage of any of the webinars that are hosted by our international recruitment admission team, the Lang School, and our other campus partners, and get immersed in all things U of G. And we really look forward to hearing from you and, of course, seeing you on campus in the near future. So thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.